tradition of the Pittsburgh Baseball Club. But a select few have a legacy that stands above the rest. Players who were among the best to ever play the game. Players of such extraordinary ability that every time they took the field, we couldn't take our eyes off of them. Players whose legends will live on forever in Pirates lore. From the first time he set foot on the field, Andrew McCutchen belonged in that group. As dynamic a player as there was in the game, bringing passion and joy to the field every night, and making electrifying plays seemingly at will, all the while staying cool as could be. Beloved by teammates and fans alike, he was iconic. He was Cutch. For the better part of a decade, he was Pirates baseball. He was the best on the team and in the game. He led the Bucks to places most thought were impossible. A true leader on the field, in the clubhouse, and in the community. And when he spoke, we all listened. Tonight, he returns to the city and ballpark where he has meant so much over the years. No longer in black and gold. Tonight, it's the fans' turn to show Cutch what he meant to this team and to this city, and to say thank you.
He struck him out! Clear the deck! Cannonball coming! From PNC Park, tonight it's the Pirates and the San Francisco Giants. The Bucks begin a 9-game homestand, and they come into this homestand just a game back of the St. Louis Cardinals in the National League Central Division. Obviously, all eyes on number 22 now with the San Francisco Giants. Andrew McCutchen renewing old acquaintances, seeing his old buddies. Hugs from everyone, including his former skipper, Clint Hurdle, as the Pirates host Andrew McCutchen and the San Francisco Giants. And of course, his adoring fan base, they remain with the Pittsburgh Pirates and Andrew McCutchen. I think that's the story. Greg Brown along with Steve Blass and Robbie Ince-Mikowski. And Steve, story one is the Pirates, surprising just one game back of the St. Louis Cardinals at 21-16. A close second, no doubt about it, is Andrew McCutchen. One of the all-time great Pittsburgh Pirates returns.
Absolutely. And Greg, you take a look at the body of work that he compiled with the Pittsburgh Pirates. It just goes on and on when you talk about the 9 years that he spent with the Bucks after coming here as a very skinny kid out of high school in Florida. And he really did some wonderful, wonderful things along the way. What a career he has compiled. And I think when you look at all these numbers and all the statistics, when the dust settles at the end of Andrew McCutchen's career, I think we're going to be very glad that most of it was here with the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Boy, that is for sure. It should be really a fun weekend as the Pirates get ready to celebrate the return of Andrew McCutchen. Look to beat McCutchen and the Giants. Jamison Tyone on the hill for Pittsburgh. First pitch coming up next. Friday Night Rocks on AT&T Sportsnet is presented by Iron City Beer. Pittsburgh is built with iron. Andrew McCutchen signing some autographs. McCutchen, I think he said it. He didn't know how he was going to feel. People kept asking, how are you going to feel? He said, I don't know.
How could you possibly know?
I usually stay in the moment. His wife Marie in the middle there with the Giants 22 shirt on. You can see his dad Lorenzo, his family on hand, his son Steele here. And big night. And this guy usually steps up big, Jameson Taillon.
Well, big night for him too. He's got to get it back on track.
Ball one.
Jameson Taillon has had a rough time. He is 0-3 in his last 3 starts. Overall, start number 8. 2-3, 4.42 ERA. Third career start against the Giants. They roughed him up badly in one of those previous 2. He owes the Giants a little bit of payback. He's thinking he owes everybody a little bit of payback after the last 3 outings.
Giants are in a bad mood. They were just swept in a 4-game series in Philadelphia. They struck out in record fashion. Let's take a look at Bruce Bochy's Giants lineup. Gregor Blanco, then it's McCutchen, Buster Posey and Brandon Belt. Evan Longoria will follow. Brandon Crawford, former Pirate Alan Hansen, Austin Jackson, and Andrew Suarez. And a fly ball toward Marte. And now we'll be quiet and let you watch with us.
His first big league knock. 3 home runs for Andrew McCutchen. Pirates are going to the postseason. Andrew McCutchen. Oh my God, they're going crazy. Unbelievable.
Batting second, right fielder, number 22, Andrew McCutchen.
Well,
What a welcome.
that was something.
What a welcome.
I don't know that we've ever seen anything like that before. That's incredible. That's Pittsburgh. Can't imagine what was going through his mind there, the emotions, but now he's a professional. And he concentrates on Taillon, who also has to put that moment behind him to a degree, and it's 3-0. And McCutchen has walked a bunch. He is currently on a 20 consecutive game streak in which he's reached base safely.
And he's gained a lot of ground since we saw him with that 203 batting average. Green light.
How about that challenge?
Yep.
24 walks, tied for 4th in the National League.
Well, there's some adrenaline on both sides
Yeah.
here. I'll tell you, Jameson Taillon, he has had enough of what's happened recently, and he has got some pretty high standards. And I wonder what's going on inside of him. Well, it's getting back in shape.
Well, home plate umpire Chris Siegel properly calls it a strike 3, though you can tell McCutchen didn't agree.
That looked like a perfecta to me after going behind 3-0, a couple of what looked like adrenaline-driven fastballs. Check it out. That's a pitcher's pitch right there, folks. That's a great pitch. Simple as that.
Here is Buster Posey, and by the way, you're not going to miss anything because we will not go to a commercial break. The Pirates are going to run another video as McCutchen makes his way out to right field. Of course, McCutchen is playing right field for the Giants as Posey pops this up. Bell. McCutchen played right field briefly for the Pirates last year before Marte was suspended. Remember, the outfield was reconfigured. Marte in center, McCutchen in right, Polanco in left. Then Marte suspended for PEDs, and McCutchen moved back to his spot, as he called it, in center field. So Posey, another former MVP. In fact, he won it the year before McCutchen.
There's a guy out there in the mound who wants to let everybody know he is there also.
That's
right now.
Oh, almost.
You can get some call third strikes, and should, on a good percentage of those deliveries right there. That's a really, really good breaking ball. Looks like Cervelli is catching it low, but going across the plate, he very easily could have gotten that call. Doesn't need it.
Again, we'll watch McCutchen as Tyone does a great job. McCutchen going to head out to right field, and we understand a lot of people bought tickets in the outfield so that they could salute him for this moment. Tyone has the 1-2-3 top of the first, and here comes McCutchen.
For the first time in a major league uniform, here is Andrew McCutchen.
McCutchen hits one up the middle and has a base hit in his first big league at bat.
He makes a diving grab. It is gone! A walk-off home run, Andrew McCutchen. Pirates are going to postseason.
We believe in each other, you know, and that's all that matters. That's what it's all about.
Go! Oh my God! Andrew McCutchen! They're going crazy!
The first career grand slam for Andrew McCutchen. What a night for the big number 22. McCutchen. There's Cutch.
McCutchen.
McCutchen. The Andrew McCutchen Show.
Tearing up a little bit there. And he said that today. He said, I might cry, and if I do, that's okay.
Absolutely.
Great job by the Pirates staff, too, in the videos. Our Tyler Graham. Great, great tribute. So now Max Moroff, who is in the lineup as Clint Hurdle stacks the deck. Polanco aside with hitters that will bat right-handed. Moroff a switch hitter, facing the rookie Andrew Suarez in his 4th major league game. Came into the rotation with Johnny Cueto on the DL.
25-year-old left-hander out of Miami, Florida.
Moroff drives one deep, but that's going to hook foul. He jumped on it. RAV4 starting lineup, it's Moroff, then Polanco and Starling Marte. Josh Bell will also bat right-handed, of course. Francisco Cervelli hits fifth. David Freese at third. Sean Rodriguez in left. Jordy Mercer and Jameson Taillon against Andrew Suarez.
1-1 with a 3.06 ERA.
And a strikeout.
Yep. Good job by Buster Posey to hold on to that. Suarez lost his first game to the Arizona Diamondbacks, but then two very impressive outings, last two times out against San Diego and Atlanta. And no decision, then a win against the Braves, who are pitching and playing very, very well. And the numbers there, take a look at the control. 3 starts, 2 walks, 18 strikeouts in 18 innings. So after that first start, he has been very, very impressive. Not the biggest guy, 6 foot, about 185. Turned down signing opportunities with Toronto and Washington before signing in 2015, second round for the San Francisco Giants.
Out of the University of Miami, Suarez faces Polanco.
A lot of rookies don't have that kind of control.
Line to right. They make McCutchen chase it. Off the lefty, Polanco rips it into the right field corner.
Lefties are allowed to hit lefties when they get a good pitch to go after. Like some kind of a breaking ball, perhaps. Cutter, curveball. Stayed up. Really jumped on it.
Polanco hitting just $150 against lefties before that hit. And Starling Marte starting to heat up himself, though he's batting against lefties. The guy that his career, you think, would have better numbers this year as he drives one deep to left center field. Back is Blanco, and it is gone! Marte Parte time! It is a 2-0 Pirates lead.
Well, how do you like this start to this baseball game? Wonderful welcome for Andrew, and then Taillon impressive, and now Polanco, Marte lighting the board up and getting the feet back up, getting the people back up on their feet. Nice start. Welcome home, Buccos.
Marte was hitting just 200 against Southpaws, but he cracks his 6th home run of the year. After the strikeout, a double and a homer. Now Josh Bell. This Pirates offense.
Just a sweet swing by Starling there. Takes Suarez deep, and that is number 4 that he's given up.
That's the 21st home run in the last 16 Pirates games.
That close. Oh, I got
man,
a piece of it, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Allegheny Health Network Super Bowl look at that would have been a sensational robbery. And now the fans debate whose it was. And now Bell deep to left. Oh, man.
Pirates are having some swings against Mr. Suarez.
Yeah, remember Moroff flirted with the long ball that hooked foul. Bell jumps on the 1-1 pitch. Polanco and Marte barely got back into the dugout after the home run.
Getting a little Carlton Fisk there. Well, you got yourself into this ballpark tonight. You've had some early excitement, a lot of excitement.
Emotions running high. Pirates have gotten on a bit of a roll, winning 4 of their last 5, and the great comebacks against the White Sox. The early 4-0 deficit to tie it up on Tuesday, and then that magical victory on Wednesday. Out of nowhere, down 5-2 to score 4 in the 9th to beat the White Sox 6-5. Colin Moran's home run capped off that 4-run rally. Elias Diaz, a big double in that game. Jordy Mercer homered in it as Bell ends up with a strikeout. So with 2 down, it'll bring up Francisco Cervelli. We'll check out the Honda defense. Austin Jackson is flanked by Gregor Blanco and Andrew McCutchen. Evan Longoria and Brandon Crawford, 6 Gold Gloves on that left side of the infield. Alan Hansen, Brandon Bell on the right side. Buster Posey does the catching. Another Gold Glover. There's Brandon Crawford, 3 straight Gold Gloves. With yesterday's day off planned by Clint Hurdle to sit Cervelli on Wednesday, so he had essentially 2 straight days off. He's 10th in the league and hitting at .302.
And in case you're wondering, hearing that Giants defense, it is the Alan Hansen that the Pirates used to have, getting the start at second base, San Francisco. Remember him?
With Joe Panik on the DL. Hansen. And now it is 3 balls and no strikes on Cervelli, who's also 9th in the league in slugging. Jamison Tyone's battery mate.
Very impressive top of the first for Jamison.
A rare walk for Andrew Suarez. Andrew McCutchen in right field. That's a good one. San Francisco on his shirt, Pittsburgh in his heart. Still makes
that
this
covers
home
it,
here.
doesn't it?
Yeah, he talked about, somebody asked him, you know, move out to San Francisco, and he chuckled. He said, no, we love our house. We live out in the Cranberry area, he and Maria. Not going anywhere. And here's a guy who probably, if anybody in the ballpark has a clue about what McCutchen was going through, to a degree, it was David Freese. Beloved in St. Louis, a World Series hero. And then traded to the Angels. And we got a chance to watch the affection when he returned as a member of the Pirates to St. Louis. Just adored by Cardinals fans. That was very emotional for him.
And a bunch of pitches thrown by Suarez. And Greg, you were mentioning, we were talking before the game about you know, maybe the opportunity to get into a bullpen that has been struggling for the Giants. This young man, a rookie, so you never know what you're going to get day in and day out from first-year players, especially pitchers. So we'll see what transpires tonight. An extended bottom of the first.
Bruce Bochy has managed the Giants to 3 World Series. 2010, 2012, 2014. And he gets a call there, and that was inside. 3-2.
Not by much, but it was ball 4. Could have been ball 4.
Umpiring crew, Tom Hallion is the crew chief at first. Chris Siegel calls the balls and strikes. And there's ball 4. Back-to-back walks.
That'll prompt a mound visit.
That's not Dave Righetti anymore.
No, it's
They
not.
made some changes on the coaching staff.
Rags is gone.
Kurt Young pays Suarez a visit. First year's pitching coach for the San Francisco Giants. Steve mentioned, young 25-year-old making just his 4th big league start. And they've Again, they've been beset by some injuries. Madison Bumgarner for a second straight year out for a while. This time a broken hand. Johnny Cueto went on the DL for a second time. This time it was right elbow inflammation, out 6 to 8 weeks.
Well, sometimes you just catch a ball club at the correct time, and the Pirates might be catching the Giants that way with those injuries and this 4-game skid they're on. Who knows?
Sean Rodriguez hoping his bat will come along here.
Let's see if he can work an at bat too. Stretch it out. Unless he sees something he likes, take a gap shot here.
Just 8 hits and 55 at bats. And line to Longoria. A bullet to the hot corner.
Boy, some live at bats for the Pirates,
including Starling Marte following the Polanco double with his 6th home run of the season. Just eluding Gregor Blanco. 2-0 Pirates.
Bordas and Bordas, fighting for justice. Let's go Bucks!
On Friday Night Rocks, the Pirates lead 2-0 over Andrew McCutcheon's San Francisco Giants. Here's Brandon Belt facing Jameson Taillon, who struck out McCutcheon and Posey to end the first.
And
Starling Marte gives the Pirates this early lead.
And leaned on a real good fastball. A couple breaking balls, but mostly a lot of heat from Jameson. There's the hook.
Dealt with 6 home runs and the 17 runs batted in. Taillon falls behind Brandon Belt, 2 balls and a strike. It'll be Evan Longoria and Brandon Crawford next. Hit well toward left, and Rodriguez back to the deep part of the yard. Brandon Belt giving that a ride to the notch. One long out to start the second.
And they used up a lot of the north side on that one to contain it. Had it measured and got to the warning track and realized he had a step or 2 or 3.
It's a really long way for a left-hand hitter. Now Longoria. 2 faces of franchises dealt to the Giants this offseason. This was the face of the Tampa Bay Rays. And Longoria drives one deep to left. And there is Rodriguez.
Well, you get the ball up in the air tonight. There is a helping wind. That was a little more comfortable.
Tyon's given up 4. 39 innings.
Pretty good breeze blowing out there. So a couple of strikeouts and then balls hit in the air. And you don't want to make that a lifestyle when the wind's doing what it's doing.
Brandon Crawford enjoying a very successful road trip, hitting .414. Road trip began in Atlanta with a 3-game sweep of the Braves.
The hairstyle hasn't changed.
(2-0) on Crawford. Garrett Cole's brother-in-law. Crawford, 14 homers, 77 runs batted in last year.
Nice. Took a little something off that and had Brendan out in front. Gets him back even in the count. Really good arm action to hide that less than fastball. Enough on that fastball that Crawford couldn't get to it. It had to be because that was right in the sweet spot. All he could do was foul it off. Well, he is just coming with the heat here so far early in this game. And why not? It seems to be working early on. Close, but missing.
There's Alan Hansen on deck. Another strikeout. That's 3 for Tyon. 6 up, 6 down. 2-0 Bucks. Play 15 of their next 18 games here in their home ballpark as Jordy Mercer takes the strike from Andrew Suarez. Though Mercer is in the hole now 0-2. He's been loving the home cooking. 13 games, he's hit safely in each. 360 average at PNC Park.
Another ball well hit, so they're making the contact.
Good to see again against these left-handers. We talked about some of the averages. Even Jordy Mercer, just a 143 hitter against lefties this season. Mercer finished up the road trip strong. 5 for his last 13.
What about a nickname for Jordy, like Glue? Glue. He's kind of holds that infield together.
Well, let's see if he can paste one right here.
There you go.
Well,
yeah,
we'll take it.
Way to go, Glue.
Little 4-game hitting streak for him.
Reach out and touch someone right there on that contact.
Game 2 of the series tomorrow night. First 20,000 fans take home a bleacher cooler bag thanks to Mrs. T's Pierogies. Get your tickets at pirates.com. Bucks, Giants, second game of the series, and the first 20,000 fans pick up a bleacher cooler bag, and it'll be fun to watch Chad Kuhl against Jeff Samardzija tomorrow night. Kuhl's last start was outstanding. Aggressive sprint from Brandon Belt. I don't know that there is a first baseman who charges as aggressively as he. Tyone does not have a sacrifice bunt yet this season.
And that kind of thing bothers him because he wants to be good in a lot of areas. So he needs to be better at this part.
And he bunts it toward Belt.
Perfect.
Gets that sacrifice bunt down. 3-4. Good work, Jameson Tyone, to get Mercer into scoring position. Max Moroff struck out in the first after hitting that long foul. Tries to push a bunt up toward Belt. So lefty hitters Corey Dickerson, Colin Moran, Adam Frazier getting tonight off against Andrew Suarez. Pirates will see another lefty on Sunday.
Talking about the matchup tomorrow with Kuhl and Samardzija, it has been a tough run for Jeff Samardzija, an ERA over 6.5 so far this year.
There's Chad Kuhl, goes up against the Shark tomorrow.
There's Samardzija. Yeah. That hairstyle hasn't changed either. Well, if he could dye that hair, if Jeff could dye that hair, he could play the remake of General Custer.
No question. Seated next to Derek Law there, the Pittsburgher, chatting with him. Two balls, one strike on Max Moroff. And towards center, Austin Jackson back. Another ball hit a long way. We'll bring up Gregory Polanco. Well, today, Jay Hay took some ground balls. Our Allegheny Health Network injury update. He's been out with a broken hand. He actually hit in the cage today. He is, I think, quietly confident that he's going to come back pretty soon. The fact that he's hitting today, and we talked about this in Chicago, the last game, you could you could see a scenario now if he takes these hacks in the cage for a couple days. You could envision him maybe as early as next week going out on a rehab assignment. This is what we're guessing. And perhaps could we see him as early as next weekend against the Padres? It's not out of the question.
He would like it to be the next half hour.
Yeah. I said to him the other day, okay, you're going to be back against the Padres at home or against the Reds in Cincinnati. He said if it were up to me, I'd be back tomorrow. Bounce to Belt, little slip. Nice work by Belt, and Suarez goes over to cover and gets Polanco. 2-0. Tyone heads back to the mound. Mother in Venezuela. Plus, we'll take a closer look at a double play that involves 7 out of the 9 Pirates on the field. Those stories and our top plays debuting tomorrow after Pirates postgame. Elias Diaz, one of the heroes that come from behind victory against the White Sox. That key 2-run double. And now Alan Hansen has been swinging a hot bat with a base hit, and well, Polanco really took his time there. If Hansen, in fact, I thought Hansen was going to go ahead and give it a shot. He's got tremendous speed, but he decided to hold on for the single.
I think he held up a little bit after he got to first base. It wasn't going 100%. I thought he was going to go. Wow. Here he comes.
He decided not to risk it, so he is a risk to run, though. He is 2 for 2 at the big league level this season. Austin Jackson.
Yeah, these kind of players, a player like an Alan Hansen, if he gets the opportunity and the good fortune to be called up because of circumstances, then he's got to do everything that he can do best to stay, and that's run and steal bases. So you're surprised when he doesn't go. That's how a guy like that hangs around.
A couple steals in a dozen games for the Giants this season. .31-year-old Austin Jackson was signed as a free agent to play center field for San Francisco. He was with the Indians last year. Injuries limited him to 85 games.
So you got to figure the plan all along then was to play Andrew in right field.
Yes. Right or left, I guess. because Hunter Pence, but I think the idea was for Pence maybe to move to left. Hunter Pence, another guy on the disabled list, and in fact, I'm not sure when he's going to be back. He was on the DL April the 20th, right thumb sprain. Suffered the injury the 3rd of April diving for a ball, and his rehab has been put on pause for now.
And Jameson not particularly quick to home plate. Now he may pick up the pace getting to home plate, but it takes him a little while to unwind here. A little quicker there with a kind of a little bit of a slide step. Under the watchful eye of Uncle Ray. Almost decided to take a whack at it. It was a good take. Count goes to 2-2. Hansen didn't look particularly anxious there, but now as the count deepens, a pretty good look as you see Suarez in the on-deck circle. A great look right there.
Hansen put up great stolen base numbers in the minor leagues. At one time, one of the very top prospects in the Pirates organization. Signed him out of the Dominican Republic back in 2010. And had some maturity issues.
But haven't we all, Greg?
Absolutely. With Hansen, it was always a matter of kind of keeping his head in the game. At one point, about 4 years ago, his manager at Altoona, Carlos Garcia, to sit him down for about 10 days. He spent a little bit of time with the Pirates. In fact, he was on their opening day roster last year. That got him.
Very nicely done. Strikeout number 4.
So 4 strikeouts through the first 8 batters. We mentioned that the Giants hitters set a dubious record against the Phillies. A great curveball.
Yep, guessing fastball. Just couldn't pull the trigger. And that sets up a very comfortable thing. If you don't get Jackson, then the pitcher can bunt, and it just muddies the water.
And he pops the bunt up. Now that's a situation where if Taillon thinks about it, we talked about this on the road trip a couple times. John Wehner mentioned it. You let that ball drop, you can get the lead man and take care of the pitcher.
Now the thing is, Suarez got going down toward first base. That helps his cause a little bit.
And Taillon realized after he did it, maybe that would have been nice to exchange Hansen for Suarez, but 2 outs. And Gregor Blanco. We saw a second baseman drop a ball against the Pirates the other day. Intentionally. I think it was Eric Sogard in Milwaukee. Yeah. In that case, it was Francisco Cervelli at first base, and Colin Moran popped the ball up in the shallow right, and Sogard let it drop, and he raced Cervelli.
Well, when you're hitting 203 or something like that, the way Sogard was, you got to get creative. Didn't he have a?
He was optioned down in the minors since then, right?
Yeah. Yep.
2-1 on Gregor Blanco. 55 Giants struck out in 4 games in Philadelphia. The previous high for a Giants team over a 4-game series, 44 back in 2003. But 55 times, so they obliterated that previous mark. And the last time they had 2 pitchers in the same series strike out as many as a dozen against them. 2 pitchers striking out 12 or more batters, as was the case with Aaron Nola and Vincent Velasquez. 1987, Mike Scott and Nolan Ryan.
Now, Tyon has gone away, away, away. Let's see if they come back in or stay out there. So you keep an eye on Hansen at first base. Last several deliveries, actually not only away but up and away.
There he goes, taken for a ball. Look out, into center field, and Hansen will wind up at third. Stolen base and an error on Cervelli.
It was an impressive throw. In terms of velocity, he got a lot on it. Direction a little bit off, I have to say.
Nice launch angle on that one.
Yeah, exit speed out to center field, not at all. And there's those angles when it left his hand and when it got to center field. Angles.
Blanco signed as a minor league free agent in late January, returning to the Giants. Last year he's with the Diamondbacks. And he walked him, and now McCutchen will come to the plate with 2 on and 2 outs.
Right fielder Andrew McCutchen.
So many signs.
Oh, that's good. It's better to have catched and lost than to have never catched at all. That's great.
A lot of work into that one.
Yeah.
Curveball that he gets away with right in the go zone, but Andrew took it. Got the strike, but a little anxiety in that location. Not a bad sequence there. Curveball and a high, tight fastball.
Barrel Automotive League leader stat where Andrew McCutchen ranks in recent Pirates history, going back to 1946. All-time Pirates history, he's 4th all-time in homers behind Stargell, Kiner, and Clemente.
Boy, what a sequence. A curveball, he gets away with it high and inside, and then some good heat out away to get out in front 1 and 2. So he's moved the ball around, and Cervelli wants to let everybody know his intentions should Blanco take off. Now, if they decide to come back with a breaking ball, you want it, if it does miss downstairs. He's thrown a high, tight fastball and a fastball out away.
Popped them up, but it could be out of play. 96 to Andrew McCutchen.
Comes back up and in. That's a pretty good location after showing them a fastball on the outside part of the plate. So he's moved the ball around. after the initial curveball. Maybe he got a little nervous about it because that was upstairs. He got away with it. So they've gone back to the fastball. See if they stay there.
Yes, he did, said the home plate umpire, for a strikeout. Well, McCutchen has struck out both at bats, and that is number 5 for Jameson Taillon.
Like my swimming pool there, having spring training.
Point Park University tweets about Andrew McCutchen, welcoming him home. Indeed, very moving. Starling Marte's home run in the bottom of the first gave the Pirates this 2-0 lead.
Well, what a nice job that Taillon did in that bat against Andrew. Showed him a lot of different locations with the fastball, and then finally did come back with a curveball. That was really a nice job of pitching. Andrew tried to hold up, he couldn't.
That's not a good sign, Steve. He is getting ready to come in there. The only reason Brault would be firing like that.
Yeah. Starting off the inning with 40-some pitches.
Didn't notice Taillon at all showing any signs of injury.
I'm sorry.
He's not in the dugout, but Stephen Brault is loosening. We'll just have to wait and hope that it's nothing serious. This is Taillon looking at his hand. Cervelli looking at it.
Yeah, I mean, he's got three scoreless
right
innings.
away. Well, yeah, it's obviously an injury. Yeah. So Hurdle goes to the phone right away, and apparently a blister or something on that hand. Going to force Taillon from the game early. That is really a shame because he's looking strong.
Yeah, and he needed this good start. He needed a good start here because it has been a struggle. These situations for Jameson Taillon just keep on coming. I hope it's something very minor. But 3 scoreless, a bunch of strikeouts.
Called third strike on Marte. That's the 3rd punch out for Suarez.
At first I looked out at the bullpen. I looked back. Is that our guy warming up or is that their guy? I thought if anybody was going to be warming up, it was going to be Somebody for Suarez. Not good news.
Josh Bell struck out in the first. Bell hitting .318 against lefties. Check out the shift. Second baseman Alan Hansen swung over to the left side. Little dribbler.
Cool and calm, didn't rush himself, so it became a very routine play over to first base.
Now, Cervelli walked his first time up against Suarez. Tyone looks like he has resigned to calling it a night. Disappointed. Grabbed his jacket and he's going to head back to the clubhouse. So it'll be up to Steven Brault to step up, and Brault has done that recently out of the bullpen. He was a big part of that comeback on Wednesday. 2 scoreless innings with 4 strikeouts. Cervelli leading all big league catchers in on-base percentage.
And now Suarez, after a very shaky first inning, has started to collect himself.
Line to center. Cervelli on base for a second time.
Yeah, so he continues his really good, consistent work here early in the season. So catches up to that one, drops it into center field.
Now Freese, who walked in the first. And Cervelli surprises everybody by taking off, and he's, for the moment, caught stealing, but well, his reaction was he is certain he's safe.
Well, what kind of look can we get at it?
I think Hansen just hits dirt there initially, right? Nope, they're not going to challenge. So it will go as a caught stealing. Buster Posey throws out Cervelli.
all-wheel drive RAV4th inning. Toyota, what drives you?
So Stephen Brault enters the game as Jameson Taillon forced from the game. A possible blister. This is the first batter of the game. He faced Gregor Blanco and got him to fly out. Watch Taillon react. He'll look down.
There it is.
Stayed in the game and must have obviously it got worse. UPMC scoreboard 2-0 Pirates. Stephen Brault.
His numbers. This will be appearance number 10. Opponent's hitting just .218. Control has been an issue at times, but overall, okay.
Francisco Cervelli saying, he just threw me out. I thought I snuck in there.
Yeah, they wouldn't even appeal it for me.
Line to right for Posey. Stand up double.
Inside out's the ball down in the right field corner. That's an automatic two-base knock. Cut shot. Not cut shot.
Yes.
Cut shot.
This could be a tough lineup for Brault, or really for any left-hander. Some of these hitters, their splits for the Giants prefer left-handed pitching. Not a huge sample size, but for example, the man on deck, Evan Longoria, hitting just .183 against right-handed pitching, .333 against lefties. Belt hit a ball at the warning track in deep left center field in the second. Made it look silly there, didn't it?
Yep. Looked like an early commitment to swing, and that ball was nowhere near the strike zone. It's that early commitment. Perhaps a guess. Couldn't shut the swing down and looked very awkward and very final.
Brault making his fourth appearance now out of the bullpen. Fifth after 5 starts. Ball to strike on Longoria.
Had a bad purpose pitch right there. Down and away, up and in.
Those numbers we cited. Crawford hits better against lefties. He's on deck. Brault, nice pitch, doesn't get a call. He's made 3 straight scoreless relief appearances since he went back to the bullpen on May the 2nd.
Sometimes you change the sight line for an umpire too after up and in came down with a nice looking location pitch. would have got the call. See, the location of the pitch is just one pitch upstairs, and that was by design. Everything else is trying to keep down.
After the strikeout, he walks Longoria and will face Brandon Crawford. Star Wars night returning to PNC Park next Friday. Pirates and Padres will meet. That'll be game 2 of a 4-game series. It's also Isabelli Fireworks night next Friday. Thanks to 84 Lumber. Fireworks will be synced to the music of Star Wars. You can purchase the Star Wars ticket package. You'll get a Pirates Star Wars t-shirt. Go to pirates.com/Star Wars and get your tickets. It's next Friday. Now 2 on, 1 out, and Brandon Crawford. And he takes ball 1. Jameson Taillon struck him out in the second. A double for Posey, a walk to Longoria. And now Crawford ahead. 2 balls, no strikes.
Cervelli wants a visit. If you're going to miss, you want to miss downstairs, but you don't want to miss a lot or often downstairs. That location up just a tad, maybe get that ground ball.
Crawford, who spoiled the Pirates' hopes of advancing in 2014, that wild card game. He really silenced the sellout crowd with that 4th inning grand slam off Edinson Volquez.
Nice pitch there. He did elevate. Still downstairs, but now in the strike zone to get even. Or excuse me, get back in the count. 2-1. He's staying right at that level at the bottom of the strike zone. Now he is even.
Cervelli went out there with a purpose, discussing how to pitch to Crawford, perhaps. See, keeping it down and striking him out.
Came upstairs higher in the strike zone that time. Got it by him. Big second out.
Well, just announced that Jameson Taillon removed with a finger laceration of the right hand. Now Alan Hansen turns around about right-handed.
Well, you're hoping that Clint Hurdle can get all you can possibly get out of Brault, and that all starts with a 0 in the 4th. After a leadoff double, trying to keep the Giants off the board. He's got 2 strikes now, two outs on strikeouts.
Ball a strike. Hansen's been a real shot in the arm for these Giants since coming up to replace Joe Panik, who's been out with that left thumb sprain.
3 home runs. You don't expect a lot of power from Alan Hansen.
Hansen singled, stole second, went to third on an errant throw by Francisco Cervelli, was stranded there last inning. Posey and Longoria on the bases with 2 outs.
Well, if Stephen Brault puts up a 0 in the fourth, he'll have worked for it, as he has thrown 20 pitches to this point. So if you want to get 3 or 4 innings out of him, he's got to be a little tight here.
See if they get Hansen to chase. See him, he'll expand that zone. Wild swinger at times. He was hitting .400 at AAA Sacramento. And his contract purchased. Picked up off waivers by the White Sox in June of last year. Almost got him to chase.
The appeal denied. Fastball way upstairs, tempted.
No, I didn't go.
He started walking away.
2 walks.
There's the bugaboo that we talked about coming into the game. Stephen Brault, 33 innings, 16 walks. Higher number than you'd want. And now we've got a situation. A great look at a big time turnout for this Friday night game. It is rocking. Really rocking in the bottom of the first and the top of the first.
Big first strike on Austin Jackson. Struck out looking in the third. Late 0-2.
Now you're talking about the possibility of a chase. He's got a couple free tickets here to use. So we always want to make sure that our catcher stays alert if you're trying to get him to chase something downstairs. See where they go. Up and away.
Austin Jackson, former 8th round pick of the New York Yankees back in 2009. He was involved in a big trade with 3 teams. A deal that sent Max Scherzer to the Tigers. Curtis Granderson went to the Yankees.
How can you, that is a heck of a take right there by Jackson. Tough pitch to take, but he decides wisely that he was not going to be able to do much.
Now, Steve, Jackson's willing to expand the zone outside as he chased the previous pitch. So do you go further out or do you come back with a closer pitch in?
I say come in.
They do. Too far in. See that third pitch, Jackson fouled away. It was out of the zone. Buster Posey doubled to start the inning. With 1 out, Evan Longoria walked. With 2 outs, Alan Hansen walked.
And this is a delicate pitch because you don't want to go 3-2, so you can't try to be too perfect. Yeah. But this is a key pitch.
Inside, and Jackson tried to check it, fouled it off.
And he's got to be in protection mode, which means he's got to make sure he covers the outside part of the plate. I wonder if they'll come back in again. Now, Clint Hurdle was seeing this inning going on and on and on. Let's see where Cervelli sets up. Francisco will tell you a little something late here. In.
Lined into right center field. This is going to tie the game. Marte throws all the way to the plate. And it's 2-2. Posey, Longoria scoring. Hansen to third.
Big pitch in the ball game, and it goes the way of the Giants. That pitch is right there, not far. I think certainly obviously wanted it lower. And very good at bat for Austin Jackson. Had a tough take earlier in the count. And pitch down and in.
Now the Pirates going to buy the bullpen some time as Moroff on the Allegheny Health Network Supermo did all he could. It is Kyle Crick. Stephen Brault got 2 strikeouts in the inning, but also walked a pair. And Jackson making him pay. Pitcher Andrew Suarez coming to the plate. Hansen talking to Ron Wotus, third base coach.
Worked on the bench for Bruce Bochy for a lot of years. Moved him over to third base. Back to square one. Very much a strikeout candidate. His numbers coming in and his few at bats. I think 10 at bats at maybe 8 strikeouts. Suarez before he popped out to tie him.
Four minor league seasons, he hit 102 in the Giants system. Brault gets the strikeout, but the Giants have tied it at 2.
Pirates and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Nissan Road ahead for the Pirates. It's Chad Cole tomorrow night. Jeff Samardzija for the Giants. Coverage starts at 6:30. Middle game of this series. White Sox come in for a couple of games next week, then the Padres for a 4-game extended series. Chad Cole with Trevor Williams in the middle. Heading up to the seats. David Freese walked in the first inning. Andrew Suarez gave up the 2-run homer to Marte, faced 7 men. He's had some good swings, good cuts, including Sean Rodriguez, who lined out, but not a whole lot since. And Freese, did he go? It's Tom Hellion.
Staying alive. As Suarez has just delivered his 60th pitch as he begins work here in the 4th.
Well, Freese has gone down on strikes.
4. So far for the rookie left-hander.
Pirates getting their first look at Andrew Suarez. Sean Rodriguez.
And they like what they saw in the first inning. A lot of balls, very hard hit. Come away with the 2 runs on the home run. Nothing since.
Yes, he did. Chris Siegel is a home plate umpire. On deck, Jordy Mercer. Giants have won 6 straight games here at PNC Park, and a line drive by Rodriguez to his buddy McCutchen.
Nice job of hitting there on a ball down and away. Good looking pitch by Suarez, but Sean did a nice job with it. Now Jordy Mercer, who did a nice job his first at bat with a pitch that was down and away. Reaching out and serving it to right field. Suarez not a fireballer, 91, 92 miles an hour so far. We've seen the speed on the fastball, with a good many of them with that sinking action down and away to right-hand batters. As you look at the chart, that one delivered last pitch was there.
Mercer with Brault's spot on deck, and though he can hit, one of the best hitting pitchers in the league. Pinch hitter awaits on deck. 2 balls and a strike on Jordy Mercer. Is Jose Osuna getting ready? Jamison Tyone started but was forced to leave with a finger laceration on the right hand. And Rodriguez takes off. A hit and run and chop foul. Crick, the former Giant, would be next if it gets down to the pitcher spot in the order and the Pirates have to pinch hit for Brault. And now it's 3-2 and another big pitch early on in this ball game. There've been a handful already. At the top of this inning, Steven Brault was faced with that situation. And now it is the rookie Andrew Suarez. Doesn't have a lot of experience above the AA level. Last year just 13 starts at AAA. Just a couple this year. It was Austin Jackson who came through on that pitch from Brault, a 2-2 delivery that tied the game. Giant center fielder. And the runner takes off, and it's lined into the left center field gap for Jordy Mercer, headed to the notch. The Bucks have the lead again, and Jordy Mercer is thinking three. Jordy Mercer into third with a triple, and the Buccos take a 3-2 lead in the fourth.
Location, location, location. Hard hit ball to left center field. There's all kind of acreage out there. Easy trip for Sean Rodriguez. And the Pirates sitting on the doorstep for more.
He's starting to swing a hot bat, Jordy Mercer.
His first hit was a little flare to right field, but he gets all of this one, gets a lot of it. A lot of carry, a lot of roll, a lot of distance. They had to go a long way to chase this one down. Jordy doesn't get all that many triples, but he's in there.
It's his first this season. Steven Brault will be lifted in favor of Jose Osuna as Mercer delivers. Had 5 triples last year. He's hit safely now in all 14 games here at PNC Park. This little 4-game hitting streak going overall for him, and an infield will shorten up. With Jose Osuna pinch hitting. 10 big league at bats this season for Osuna.
Be interesting next inning to see Crick pitch against McCutchen. Giants matchup.
And a late decision by Osuna, who started at first base on Tuesday night and was 1 for 5, drove in a run. Recalled that day from Indy. Sitting .359 at AAA Indianapolis this year. Rips this foul.
Just out in front. Just out in front a little bit.
Kurt Young had gone out, thought maybe to buy the bullpen some time, but nobody loosening for the Giants. Osuna fouls that pitch away. We might see Osuna get a start tonight against the lefty. And he's going to try to deliver again off the bench.
And awkward receiving movements by Buster Posey back there. Didn't get crossed up. A lot of movement on that pitch.
And driven deep to left center field. Jose Osuna clears the deck with a cannonball. Pinch hit 2-run blast gives the Pirates a 5-2 lead in the fourth.
Yeah. They got it upstairs and Osuna got it out of here. He just crushed that ball.
His second in the major leagues this season, and he continues to be as impressive and professional a young hitter as we have seen in a long time. Everything he does.
Upstairs, and he caught up with it. Not enough speed and bad height. Crushed it.
Pinch hit home run for Osuna.
The height of this ball, he goes way up.
Crushed it.
He knew it, and about 30,000 plus other people knew it.
Osuna, who played in about 100 games for the Pirates last year, just 200 plus at bats, from Trujillo, Venezuela. 25-year-old Jose Osuna.
A couple of more home runs for the Pirates as they're playing a lot of long ball lately.
That one traveled some 420 feet.
And quickly.
Max Moroff down for the second time via the strikeout.
That's number 5, and that matches the number of home runs that Suarez has given up early in his career. And the Giants are going to move all over the field with their defensive adjustments as the third baseman comes over to play the normal second base. Crawford, the only one on what you're looking at, the left side of the infield.
Polanco doubled in the first.
Still nothing happening in the Giants bullpen.
And you take a look at 3 of the last 4 hitters. The Rodriguez liner to right, the Mercer triple into the left center gap, and the bullet by Osuna. Barreling some balls.
I wonder if those 4 losses, Greg, in Philadelphia just really beat up their bullpen to the point where they're going to let this youngster, and he's closing in on 90 pitches here in the 4th inning. Just missed that one.
Polanco with a fly ball to right. And the Bucks get the lead back. Mercer tripled, Osuna homered.
They met with Pirates owner Bob Nutting there from Erie, Pennsylvania, and here they are on the North Shores of Pittsburgh. It took them 9 days to get here. Why? Because they walked. Part of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, Dan's trying to raise funds to pay it forward. Dan, what motivated you to make this trip by foot?
A couple things, Robbie. One, we just really like the walk. Emma, you like being in the buggy, right? Thumbs up. She likes walking, and Emma's a wish child, so we just thought it would be a great idea to connect her love of walking and what Make-A-Wish has done for us.
So Bob Nutting caught wind of your story. You didn't know him. He didn't really know you till he got wind of the story. Then he invited you to this game. What does it mean to you, Emma, and your family to be here tonight?
We're very grateful to Bob Nutting and the Pirates organization for having us here. There's a lot of our close friends. There's a Wish family here with us. And a lot of people who are here with us have walked with us along the way. So we're very grateful to not only these people here, but the Pirates organization and Bob Nutting.
Yeah, it's fantastic, Dan. Congratulations.
Thank you. Emma, anything? Thumbs up?
Well, Greg, how about this? Why Emma gives us a thumbs up. What a super cool kid. She is 19 years of age. She had her wish granted back in 2009. And how about this? It costs about $5,000 to make a wish come true. His goal was to raise $5,000 on this walk. He has already exceeded that goal. Pretty cool stuff as Emma gives us another thumbs up. Awesome.
Way to go, Emma. And Dan, thanks so much there, Robbie, for that. That's great stuff. 2-1 on Gregor Blanco. Facing Kyle Crick.
Bucks got the lead back.
Here in the 5th. And a little fister into center. And now that matchup that Steve mentioned, Crick, who was acquired from the Giants in the Andrew McCutchen deal, along with outfielder Brian Reynolds, who in mid-April had to have surgery on a fractured hamate bone. So he's out for another few weeks yet before he returns to Double-A. Another nice ovation.
And there's the last batter that Jamison Tyone faced, struck him out, really did a nice job finishing him off with a good looking curveball, and then left with that laceration on his figure on his pitching hand.
McCutchen, 673 games played in this ballpark. David Freese.
Yep, nice looking play by David Freese, coming in, throwing on the move, taking the out that was available over at first base.
Now Crick will face Buster Posey. Crick pitched out of the Giants bullpen last year, 30 appearances, a 3.06 ERA.
He recorded 13 strikeouts in a little over 8 innings.
From Fort Worth, Texas, supplemental first-round pick of the Giants back in 2011, and buzzes his former battery mate.
Quite rude. And Stevens Brawl finished with a line of an inning with 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Could be a big night for the bullpen.
Well, that's hit well toward right center, but Marte there. And tagging and advancing the speedy Gregor Blanco. 2 outs in the inning, and now it's Brandon Belt facing Kyle Crick. Crick pitched in Milwaukee. His last outing, the numbers this season, started the year down at AAA Indianapolis.
You see the strikeout numbers that he's put up, and it was 8 2/3. And then 9 innings.
Another fly ball to Marte. Good job, Kyle Crick. Gives up the leadoff hit. Strands Blanco. Lead intact.
Automotive. Check out the Barrel Hot List at barrel.com. Now the only way to buy a car. And by Allegheny Health Network, official medical provider of the Pittsburgh Pirates and fans like you. Let's go Bucks!
First game of this nice long 9-game homestand, and the first of 3 against the San Francisco Giants. Andrew McCutchen returning to Pittsburgh. Emotional videos played as he came to the plate at the top of the first and then went out to play right field. Bucks put a 2 spot on the board thanks to Starling Marte's home run in that first inning off Andrew Suarez, and now the rookie Pierce Johnson.
Overall has had a rough time of it. Got knocked around last appearance. Just turned 27 years old yesterday. Semi-first rounder. Came up through the Cubs organization, was 43rd pick.
Gregory Polanco talking to hitting instructor Jeff Branson. Polanco doubled to right, grounded to first, and flied to right. So he's pulled 3 pitches and has had success one of those 3 at bats. Marte's home run, his 6th of the year. And he now has a 6-game hitting streak. Pierce Johnson, roughed up indeed on Wednesday night in Philadelphia. 6 runs, got 2 outs, walked 3, gave up 3 hits.
He also a rookie. A little bit of time with the Cubs last year.
Last 8 outings, opposition hitting .333 against Pierce Johnson. 2-2 with Bell to follow, then Francisco Cervelli. Crawford Boy, he got rid of that in a hurry. He knew he had to. Don't have much time with Marte.
I guess there has been some. It doesn't seem to have been all that much action on ground balls in this ball game. There's been a lot of activity in the outfield. Looking for more. You've got 5, looking for more.
Nice idea, but like so many of these left-handed hitters, Bell's a switch hitter, but batting left-handed, they feel the need to start moving out of the box when, well, if you do get it down that left side, you can almost walk to first.
Yeah, you don't need to hide it. You can almost square around. They cannot get to the ball.
Yeah.
It's tougher bunting on the move, as you said. You can lay back.
Now he pops it up. Longoria. He'll bring up Cervelli, who's walked and singled. Celebrate your mother by bringing her to PNC Park on Sunday for Mother's Day. Bucks and Giants at 1:35. All kids 14 and under, and moms will get a Pirates bag courtesy of Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield, together with Allegheny Health Network. Just go to pirates.com/kidsdays. Get your tickets for Mother's Day this Sunday.
Yeah, you guys remember to go out and go shopping tomorrow.
Kids, moms on hand tonight. 15 of the next 18 games played here at PNC Park for the Pirates. Cervelli has walked and singled and was caught stealing in the third. Pirates a game back in the National League Central Division, behind the Cardinals, who started the day a half game up on Milwaukee. The Cubs were already winners over their crosstown rivals, the White Sox.
They beat them up thoroughly, didn't they? 11-2.
Yeah, 11-2 final. Tony Watson, another former Pirate. Mark Melanson not here, is on the disabled list, but Tony Watson, I should say, not on the roster. He's on the disabled list. He is here at the club. Three and one. Cervelli continues to impress at high on base percentage, the good batting average. And Elias Diaz, maybe the best catching combo in the league right now. He wanted that one.
Yeah. You can almost tell when these guys are on a roll or hitting around 300, having a good streak. They are not they're not reluctant to just turn these swings loose. You know, when you're going good, you feel confident, go for it. Not those tentative, unsure swings.
Got him looking.
But always animated.
So the first time the Pirates go down in order tonight. at home, in the office, or on the go with MLB.tv. Your subscription includes MLB At Bat Premium, allowing you to watch on your favorite supported devices. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. What a shot that is. Love him so much, named our dog after him. That's great.
Yeah, catch, fetch. Great picture.
A lot of love in the ballpark tonight.
Yep.
For Andrew McCutchen.
Edgar Santana coming on to work. He's on a little rolls, a little string of pearls, 5 2/3 innings of scoreless baseball.
Nice work by Kyle Crick.
Yep.
Pitch that scoreless 5th. Right after you take the lead, that's what you're looking for. The next half inning, that pitcher put up a 0, and that's what Crick did.
Yep.
Longoria. Sent a ball to the warning track his first time up against Jameson Taillon. Disappointing night for Taillon. He was pitching well. Forced to leave with that laceration. That ball just took a wicked hop past David Freese. Base hit.
Yep, that was a tough one to handle there. That last hop just kind of ate him up. Given a little ground to kind of take it and give a little bit. Most of the time it works with David. It didn't that time. So Crick gave up a leadoff base hit and then retired the next 3. So hope Santana can do the same.
Crawford has struck out a couple of times. Taillon struck out 5 in 3 innings. Stephen Brolt struck out 3. Out of UCLA, a 4th round pick in 2008, Brandon Crawford. Last year, 14 homers, 77 runs batted in. And a base hit. Served it to left. Now 2 on, nobody out.
Major league piece of work with that at bat. Just taking the ball outside and poking it to left field.
The rookie Edgar Santana.
You know, Greg, I keep thinking about a laceration on a finger on a pitching hand. We have no further information, so we don't know what degree. So you can't speculate. But if it's enough to take out of a ball game, it is a concern. I mean, it's hard to say a cut on a pitching finger is a minor thing.
Yeah.
But we hope that it is.
Yeah. And you play the guessing game. You think, could he miss a start now? Is he going to end up missing a start? Well, have to wait and see.
A hard scenario here for a double play because Hansen runs so well, but it's been done.
And a fly ball to Marte in center.
Nowhere to go at second base. Big first out here in the top of the 6th. There's a couple pretty good names right there. I always remember the day that Clemente got his 3,000th hit because Willie Mays was playing for the Mets, finishing up. And they stopped everything, and Mays came over to the dugout to congratulate Roberto Clemente that Saturday afternoon against John Matlack. Not that I remember the details.
No, not much, right?
But that pose of Clemente at second base is still iconic. Willie Mays, if I'm not mistaken, might be celebrating a birthday today. We'll have to double check.
Ball one on Austin Jackson, who had a big 2-run single in the 4th.
There's a visit now. Cervelli is going to go out and tell him, I need strikes. Your stuff is good. You're capable of doing this. I need strikes. Or words to that effect.
Jackson with the pitcher spot on deck. Pirates leading 5-2. But you see a panda awaits on deck. Pablo Sandoval. Important strike.
Some heat after that conference. Right down the middle, but plenty of steam.
Garen going to be the next pitcher. Unless Santana can get Jackson to put it on the ground, and he's got a good slider that often can create that, but this one not close. 2-1. The bullpen was struggling mightily the first week and a half, 2 weeks, and seems to have stabilized since mid-April. Santana, that 1 2/3 scoreless innings Tuesday night against the White Sox, so 6 straight scoreless appearances for him, and each scoreless outing, each retired batter provides more and more confidence for a young pitcher.
Just a really good sinking fastball, good speed down, and then you wonder if he'll go to that real good slider. That still, to me, is maybe his signature pitch. See that number 4 down and in. See number 5 out away, maybe with a slider. No.
And this is Polanco. 2 fly ball outs after the first 2 men singled.
Apparently Cervelli liked that previous fastball. Went again. Right choice.
So Pablo Sandoval will pinch hit.
There's that iconic stance with the 1 foot on the base and the tip of the helmet. And there's Willie. Thanks guys for finding that. That's a neat moment. 2 greats there. We thought he'd got it the night before, but the scorer didn't think so. And so he had to wait 1 more day to get number 3,000. It's been quite an odyssey for Sandoval. After doing such a great job in San Francisco, going over to Boston where it didn't work. Back to the Giants.
Switch hitter. And that was kind of a messy divorce when he signed as a free agent.
That ball
Big money.
That ball was called a ball.
Wow.
That's incredible. Francisco is inside. Maybe that just threw Chris Siegel off because the catcher moved in and the ball didn't go in. It went kind of down in the middle.
Snap throw to second.
All you do is block that ball when it's thrown down like that. The play is over the minute you see it's going to be down. Just get the body in front so nothing crazy happens at second base. So Francisco's missed high in a way with that errant throw earlier in the game.
He's over 2 with throws to second.
Yeah, you get that range. He's got the middle coming. Couple of runners on, you got a 3-run lead, but it's still a skinny lead when you got tying run at home plate, and put a lid on this thing and move to the 7th. He's got the edge, 1 and 2. But he's got a veteran hitter. Swings right on through it.
I was going to say he's not an easy man to strike out. Edgar Santana strikes him out. Pirates lead 5-2. It's been quite a night. The return of Andrew McCutchen, and with more, we go down to Robbie.
Well, guys, Andrew McCutchen had a meeting with the assembled Pittsburgh media today, and one of the questions I asked him is what exactly does it mean to him to be associated as the face of the turnaround of this franchise earlier? So we've got a pitch coming here to David Freese. We're going to get to that in just a moment, but he was very candid with his answers, Andrew McCutchen was, and he discussed a lot of his time in Pittsburgh. And one of the things he said is he doesn't look immediately back on the time and reflect on it. He'll do that when his career is over. And now we'll hear from Andrew as to what it meant being associated as the face of the franchise.
Robbie, I threw you a curveball. Thanks for that. We'll hear from Andrew right after this batter.
Corey Guerin coming in out of the Giants bullpen.
And now we go to Andrew McCutchen.
I just look at myself as being a part of it. I mean, a lot of people may say I was the guy, but I mean, this is a team sport and I can't do it on my own. There's a lot of people who are a part of that, you know, and that's the way I look at it. But at the same time, it is humbling to hear that from other people.
So Andrew McCutchen, it's been an emotional night, and you could hear him at times fighting back tears even during that press conference. Robbie asked him that question about being the face of the franchise, and he took on that responsibility, and he really led the way. Talked about the early years of losing when he came up after his debut in 2009, and remember 2012 when the team looked like it was a foregone conclusion that they were going to head to the postseason that summer, and then they had that late August, September collapse. And then it was arguably a better year for him in 2012 than even 2013. But he won the MVP in 13. Sean Rodriguez takes the strike. Remember when Rodriguez returned last summer from the Braves and went into that clubhouse, and one of the first guys to greet him was Andrew McCutchen.
Talk about emotional. That reunion also.
Down on strikes. McCutchen so far tonight has struck out twice and grounded out.
Corey Guerin coming on to work for the Giants. Appearance number 18.
Jordy Mercer, big RBI triple his last time up. And he drops that in for a hit. He's 3 for 3.
It looked like Jackson didn't quite know if that ball was going to carry or not. Kind of a funny reaction to a ball that maybe had a bigger swing but less impact. But creates a really good-looking night. Yeah, he's wondering about the flight of that ball. But Jordy doesn't carry. He's 3 for 3.
Colin Moran will pinch hit for Edgar Santana,
who does a good job after leading off back-to-back, letting it back-to-back singles and then retiring the next 3, keeping the lead intact.
Moran, the game-winning home run. A thrilling comeback on Wednesday afternoon. The 4 spot over the White Sox, capped off by his 2-run homer. His 3rd as a Bucco. Jordy Mercer homered.
Head-to-head shot here with Guerin and Colin Moran, and see who's got the best looking beard. Our guy's got the reddest one. Yeah.
Battle of the beards.
Yeah, our guy's got nicer cut, kind of nicer lines. This one's a little out of control off the chin. And showing some age, I have to be quite honest. A little gray or silver.
What about the hair?
Yep, a lot of it.
He wins that battle.
Yes, he does.
That is hammered to center field. Colin Moran, a line shot off the padding. Mercer waved home. Pinch hit, RBI double for Colin Moran.
Colin Moran. All he didn't do there was pull the ball. Just a little bit.
That was a laser.
How about this work off the bench, Greg?
Yeah. Osuna the homer. Moran the double.
And that ball stayed right there. Kind of tailed right back into that go zone. And give it a ride.
And there's a line drive, base hit into right. for Max Moroff. Moran going to be waved, and he is going to be out. Andrew McCutcheon throws out Colin Moran. It does not run well, but Joey Cora thought it was worth the risk with 2 outs to send him. And we'll just wait around here to make sure the Pirates aren't going to challenge. And they are going to challenge. Thinking maybe he slipped that foot in before.
Yeah, could have been a tag.
Yeah, I don't know that he got that front leg, the right leg. Looked like he tagged him on the
up on the knee. Yeah. The right foot going around that back door. Yeah, he's up on the back
he's up
knee.
on the back knee after the foot quite possibly got in there. Remember, the first walk-off replay in Major League history was right here. Starling Marte scored on an errant throw from third base, initially ruled out, but the Pirates challenged, and Buster Posey was catching that night and had kind of backed away, didn't aggressively apply the tag.
Again, look, there's that first front leg coming in, and maybe a late tag.
Well, I don't know if he ever tagged him at all, anywhere. Great shot there. Moran looking up at home plate umpire Chris Siegel. Does he ever get him anywhere?
There's 30-some thousand people that say he didn't.
Some more great angles. This has a chance to be a 7-2 lead if the umpires back in New York decide that he did not tag him. They're looking at every angle, as are you.
Well, in this day and age where you're allowed to challenge, this is a very legitimate challenge for sure. Some of them are a little slanted in the gray area, but this would be a legitimate cause for a look.
It's Chris Siegel and the crew chief Tom Hallion on the headsets as they continue to look up on the replay board, and Buster Posey's probably pretty certain he didn't tag him.
He had a long way to go. He was up on that first base side. He had a long reach back, and you really don't know exactly what's going on behind you.
And he's out. So Pirates will settle for the 1 run as Moran is thrown out at the plate on the hit by Moroff. 6-2 ball game. Jordy Mercer, 3-for-3 performance, has scored a couple runs. RBI triple. Max Moroff, that base hit to right, but Moran, as it turns out, thrown out at the plate. Gregor Blanco steps away from the pitch from Michael Felice.
I guess he was going to take that pitch. Numbers for Michael as he comes into work in his 18th game. 15 innings, 20 strikeouts. That's good.
The bullpen has had to be good tonight. Jamison Tyon's start cut short with a finger laceration of the right hand. Blanco, McCutchen, Posey.
Good looking pitch by Felice there to establish himself inside. Still ahead in the count, 1-2. Go out away. No way Blanco could take that pitch. It had been rung up. So he stays alive. Andrew in the on deck circle.
A strikeout. That completes the K.
Number 21 and 15 in the third innings.
And the fourth at bat of the night for Andrew McCutchen. We have been trying to think, going back to our game on Wednesday, when the last time Pirates fans welcomed in a former player with McCutchen's track record. And there he pleases many in the crowd. And with the team ahead 6-2, we'll take a McCutchen double. And giving a standing ovation to a visiting player for a double.
Double catch. It's a catch 22. Catch 22.
So he extends his on base streak. Ripping that fastball to left.
That had some smoke on it down in the corner.
21 straight games McCutchen has reached. But really, Steve, I don't think there's anything comparable to his return.
No, I don't remember any kind of.
I mean, he doesn't compare to Bonds because Bonds was not beloved like McCutchen. You know, Jason Bay had put up some tremendous numbers, but he was traded to the Red Sox and spent the rest of the summer with Boston, and then the following year with the Red Sox before he signed as a free agent with the Mets. And that first summer with New York, he didn't play because he had suffered concussions that year. So by the time he did play, he was really a shell of a man as a player by the time he did play, and was long forgotten.
Kind of a neat return, but not in uniform. A.J. Burnett.
Yeah, that's true. I guess you could say Burnett when he went to Philadelphia.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Came
he
back.
was in uniform.
Yeah. He was a Pirate for just a couple of years, and then went to Philly, and then came back to end his career with the Pirates. We thought maybe Ralph Kiner, and we talked about this on the telecast the other day. In 1953, Branch Rickey, a blockbuster deal involving 10 players with the Cubs, but the Pirates were playing the Cubs that summer. when that trade happened. So Kiner just went across the other clubhouse at Forbes Field and
Across the hall.
dressed as a Cub. Jim Leland's return was certainly a memorable one. If you have one that you can recall, hashtag Bucks Booth. Neil Walker, yeah, that was emotional. Good work, Felice, after the double gets a second strikeout. Brings up Brandon Belt with McCutchen at second after the double. And McCutchen ranks 9th on the all-time Pirates doubles list. Dick Groat's return to Forbes Field with St. Louis in 1964.
Bob Friend came back as a New York Met.
Those are good ones. You have others. Hashtag Bucks Booth. Did not know that about Dick Groat returning.
Yeah.
Didn't realize that. Of course, the
And they were in the
former MVP.
World Series year for
I think so.
Yeah.
That might be the closest one. Groat. There's a line drive foul off the bat of Brandon Belt. McCutchen 7th all-time in extra base hits in Pirates history. Doesn't get that call. 2-1 on Belt. Now I guess the count's about where it should be. Michael Felice. He's been the 7th inning man. And now it's 3-2, and Evan Longoria is on deck. This game is far from over. 7th inning, 2 outs. McCutchen at second. And he walks Belt. Now Felice will face Longoria. And he's had 3 solid plate appearances. Hit a ball to the warning track and left against Tyone in the 2nd. He drew a walk against Stephen Brault in the 4th. Last time up, he smacked one past David Freese off Edgar Santana.
Candyman came back. Richie Hebner came back.
Well, yeah, but
I know.
although now Candyman was not beloved. Like Hebner was beloved.
Yep.
Candyman had said some things publicly that soured some people. So.
I think Sankey came back too.
Sankey, well, he was with Oakland, so he wouldn't have come back.
He came back for the '79 World Series.
Yes, but as a Pirate.
Yeah.
Thinking about
former
Pirates that came back as an
opponents. Yeah. Veered off there.
Yeah.
The tangent.
Yep.
The usual tangent.
Now Willie Stargell came back as a coach with Chuck Tanner and the Braves, but he had been a first base coach for the Pirates before Tanner left. Managed in Atlanta. 1 ball, 1 strike on Longoria. I'm sure that'll be emotional when the next time Interleague play sends the National League West to play the American League East. Longoria returning to Tampa Bay. Face of the franchise from a Pirates perspective stands at second. Face of the Tampa Bay Rays is at the plate looking to drive him in. He's hit 7 homers this year. At least 20 homers each of the last 5 seasons And he pops him up. Polanco. Well done, Michael Felice.
We're leaving a lot of them on, but holding on to the lead.
Wine and Spirits are featured band tonight on Friday Night Rocks with Swing Away. And the Pirates have been doing that. A couple of home runs. Giants have stranded a bunch of base runners. Welcome home Kutch night. Starling Marte got the scoring started with his 2-run homer in the first. Jose Valdez now on in relief for the Giants.
His numbers from last year. He just called up to replace Derek Law, according to the Giants notes. Both bullpens going through the bodies.
Polanco fouls this one out of play. Polanco doubled off the lefty starter Andrew Suarez. Shift. Crawford playing at second base. Polanco, Marte, Bell against Jose Valdez.
We were talking about people who have moved on and then come back as opponents. You know, that's nothing new. We used to say back in the day, every major league team has an all-star team that they got rid of.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So movement of players is nothing new.
Exactly. As we're proving tonight by all these responses on #BucksBooth. And it's not just the Pirates, as you say, every team. And Tony Watson, of course, returned as a Dodger last year.
Watch out. Watch out.
You know, think about that, Steve. There's this idea that it's not the same as it used to be, because back in the day, Pirates players were Pirates for their lives. That's not true.
No, it's not true.
Actually, you were a rarity.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you think about it.
Now it's free agency, minor league contracts.
Back then it was trades.
It was all trades. Yeah, it was trades. Wow.
Man, that's a bullet to the seats.
Two of them down in that neighborhood. Good. We're talking about what? Sid Bream coming back, popular guy. And yeah, so many good people. Who's a better person than Tony Watson? You know,
That's right.
And good people, good players. You know, it's all based on you know, abilities for the most part.
We just talked about Bream and Teak. You talked about Richie, Hebner.
Yep.
I mean, the list really does go on and on.
Yeah, every team has done it.
Now, to this degree, not sure any of those names we've mentioned, no disrespect to any of them, but when you look at the numbers that McCutcheon put up in his nearly 9 years.
Unique situations, yeah. They're very, very unique. I mean, Willie Mays.
That's right, Willie Mays went to
the Mets from the Giants. Yeah. Cepeda moved around, great players. By the way, had a chance to go up and play in a fundraiser with Sid Bream and Cole, Robin Cole, sorry, for Christian Sports International. Nice affair we had to raise some money for Christian Sports International with Robin Cole and Sid Bream.
A couple of bullets, but eventually a strikeout. And now it's time for Build for Baseball, presented by T-Mobile. This was Starling Marte's home run that glanced off Gregor Blanco's glove in the first inning after Polanco had doubled with 1 out to give the Pirates a 2-0 lead. Giants did tie it in the fourth, but the Pirates got it right back in the bottom half of that inning. And Marte has his second hit of the night. We'll bring up Josh Bell looking for his first hit.
Pirates in double figures in hits once again. Mixing in the base hits and the long ball.
Josh Bell sends one deep, and let's ring your bell. A topiary tater for Josh Bell. That is his third. And now the Pirates open up an 8-2 lead in the seventh.
Not a laugher yet, but a lot of smiles. And nothing cheap when you go deep in that direction right there. .432 feet, a line drive for Josh Bell. 8-2 Bucks. And the Pittsburgh Pirates are putting a show on for the fans here tonight.
There's a line out by Cervelli.
Out over the plate and just extend the arms and have yourself a good old time swinging the bat.
What a sound. The crack of the bat and the sound of the crowd.
And just a classic swing. He exceeded that speed limit of 55 that he had on his back, didn't he?
Yeah. What happened to a clip on his chest protector? I think. Look at that. Oh, the shoulder pad came off of the chest protector. Wow.
That's what you call a fastball. Knocking the stuffing out of the equipment.
Well, now he just says, heck with it, I'll just keep playing.
Might give him a little more freedom on the throwing arm.
And now Freeze lines out to Crawford. 432 feet, the line drive homer for Josh Bell. Bucks up by 6. And as you enjoy a Miller Lite, look forward to the hold true moment later in tonight's game. Let's do a StatCast look. Almost 110 miles per hour, that exit velocity, and 432 feet, one of the longest home runs by a Pirate this season.
You could see him jump out of the batter's box the minute the ball left the bat. He knew he got all of it with the contact.
Longest home runs of the year for the Pirates. Gregory Polanco's home run earlier this season in Chicago at 440 feet, the longest. So no doubters there.
George Contos coming in to hopefully protect all of this.
Former Giant. A longtime Giant. And he hits Brandon Crawford. Contos hits the first Giant he faces. It's got to be a little bit emotional for him to face his former club.
Yep. Had a couple of tough outings on the road trip. What haven't we seen tonight? We haven't seen a double play, ground ball double play. Or have we? I believe so. A good time for one.
Bell. Whoa. Into left. We have not seen much of that lately from Josh Bell. That was an issue early on. He's done a much better job, but that problem that he had virtually corrected once in a while. A flyer.
I don't know if they're going to get two against Hansen, but all you need with that big a lead is just get out by out by out. You just need the out at second base. Didn't happen there. Still not a crisis, but you like to take advantage of any opportunity you have to put up an out when you got a lead, any kind of lead.
Called a strike on Austin Jackson.
And the Giants have left a couple batters on each of the last 2 innings. 8 left on base overall.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Dangerous strike, but we'll take it. And happy that Jackson took it.
Wow. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Austin Jackson. Getting ready on deck was Nick Hundley.
Big,
Santos.
big out.
It's the first out here.
No cutter, slider, whatever you want to call it, gets him.
It's another strikeout, by the way, for these Giants. That is becoming a pretty big issue, carrying over from that Phillies series.
Double
That's
figures
a dozen,
again.
right,
Yep,
tonight?
double figures again.
Two on, 1 out. Pirates up 8-2. Madison Bumgarner missed so much time last year, injured on that dirt bike accident, was hit by a comebacker last spring training game, broken hand. He did play catch on Monday, so he is closer to returning. One ball, 1 strike. One ball, 2 strikes, and now Cervelli going to talk to Contos about how to approach Hundley with 2 on and 1 out. And outstanding crowd here tonight. 34,720.
Is that good to see? You know, the weather was so miserable.
Oh, yeah.
The home games in April. We didn't see all that many people out here, but this is a most welcome sight. And you'd love to set a little tone. You got that long homestand you're talking about, Greg. You have yourself a good weekend, and weather heating up, and you get decent. You could set the tone for more turnouts like this.
Best crowd of the season, including opening day. 1-2 on Hundley. And a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks for Contos. Contos hit Crawford. Hansen reached on the errant throw by Bell, and now Jackson and Hundley go down swinging. Top of the order, Gregor Blanco. Yep, 13 more strikeouts against Giants hitters after they struck out 55 times in the 4-game series in Philadelphia.
Yeah, maybe we are catching them at the right time.
0-1 on Blanco. He singled in the 5th. He is 1 for 3 plus a walk. Jamison Tyone, 3 scoreless innings, struck out 5, left with a finger laceration of the right hand. Stephen Brault came on, pitched the 4th. Somebody made a great play, great reaction from this crowd. That must have been something special there. Wow. In the cup.
That's an ace, hole in one.
There it is.
The great thing about that too, the beer can't get up through the baseball to leave, so we can take the baseball out and still have his beer. Did he go? Did he? Did he? No. He did. He didn't.
2-2.
You know, Greg, they still have a chance to add on, but you talk about if this works out, a 4-game winning streak, and you're averaging around 8 runs a game. I mean, that's a whole bunch of offense.
Andrew McCutchen on deck. He could come to the plate with the bases loaded, unless Cantos gets Blanco. And it is a base hit, and he will come to the plate with the bases loaded. How about this? How about this situation? Andrew McCutchen coming to the plate with the bases loaded, his team down 6. How much would he love to deliver here? He doubled his last time up. McCutchen is 2 for 4 in past matchups against Cantos. One of those hits a home run. Takes a strike right down the middle at 87 miles per hour.
I was talking to a group of baseball fans this morning, Greg, and they said the ultimate scenario would be for the Pirates to win and McCutchen have a good game. Well,
well, let's say he had the good game already. He had the double.
Yeah, okay.
Now let's
yeah, we can leave it at
he's
that.
had enough. No disrespect. You don't want this Giants team to get they're already angry.
Yeah.
You want to kind of shut the door here. 1 ball, 1 strike. McCutchen has other ideas.
We've wiggled out of 2 recent jams the last 2 innings. They had people all over the base paths. And here we are again.
Remember September of last year when McCutchen scratched off one of the items on his personal bucket list, his first ever grand slam after 1,342 games. Bouncing ball to third. Freeze. Nice play on a tough little hop. And McCutchen is retired. 8-2 Pirates.
Sportsnet is brought to you by the Chevy Silverado and your Western PA Chevy dealers. And by Levin's, the official furniture and mattress supplier to the Pittsburgh Pirates. For the best quality, service, and value, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
8-2 ball game. Andrew McCutchen right into the force play, and now Tony Watson.
A couple of our favorites.
Yep.
16 innings. He's given up 1 run. That's how good Tony Watson has been. Simple as that. 16 innings, 1 run.
Back to his old self.
Working an 8th inning.
Signed as a free agent in February. Just got a real nice ovation again from the crowd. Now this is second time back wearing a different uniform. He was traded to the Dodgers last summer and later returned to Pittsburgh in Dodger blue.
But I don't think he'll ever be a West Coast guy.
No.
Down deep. He's a
University of Nebraska product out of Iowa.
Yeah, he is rock solid as a person.
Sioux City, Iowa native, now 32 years old. A pro's pro. Now we're talking about, yeah, return. That's a great call. Tony Pena came back as a Cardinal. Hashtag Bucks Booth. We had somebody tweet about Sid Bream. I was looking up between innings about Sid Bream returning in May of 1991, and Bream didn't start the first night because the Pirates started John Smiley at Three Rivers against the Braves, and Bream would, in the 9th inning, be called upon to pinch hit and hit a 2-run homer in a game the Pirates won. But when he came to the plate, received a standing ovation from a crowd of about 24,000 who chanted "Let's go Sid" during his at-bat. And in one of the stories written about that game, Sid Bream returning, he talked about how he was so touched by it, and they even gave the Pirate fans gave him a curtain call after the home run. But he says that it won't compare to when Dale Murphy comes back to Atlanta. How about that? Dale Murphy returning as a member of the Phillies.
Yeah.
That ball's hammered to center field by Sean Rodriguez. Line drive that settles the base of the padding, and Rodriguez will take the double.
A wedgie.
That looked like a John Jaso cycle scoring triple. Remember that?
Yep.
Yeah, that motion of always turning left. Left turns. Riding the bike.
Up in the middle of the strike zone. It looked like this ball wedged underneath the padding.
Yep, that's what how John Jaso got a triple. That ball's wedged underneath the padding. Good to see Sean Rodriguez have 3 strong at bats, and Mercer 3 for 3.
I think the ball that he hit the hardest might have been the line drive that was caught at third base by Longoria, his first at bat. That ball was a rocket.
Bucks have 13 hits. Josh Bell, one of 3 homers. Colin Moran, a pinch hit RBI double off the wall in center. Chad Cole hoping for some of this offense tomorrow.
Hot bats. How about a 4-hit night, Jordy?
John Cueto on the disabled list.
Cueto.
Hensley Bam Bam Mullins, hitting coach. 1 and 2. Jose Osuna did some good work with that pinch hit home run, second pinch hit homer of his career. That moves Sean Rodriguez as Mercer tucked those hands in. Crawford throws him out. Adam Frazier pinch hitting. George Contos ends up pitching the scoreless inning. Richard Rodriguez pitching the ninth. Infield in, try and cut off that run, down already by 6. Sean Rod, 2 hits. Longoria, Crawford, Hanson, Belt. Watson, as evidenced by that minuscule earned run average 0.57, has given up a dozen hits in 16 innings, but he has shut it down despite giving up those hits. He's also walked 3, has struck out 17. Lefties are hitting .308 off of him, 8 for 26.
Lefties, yeah. Lefties.
Go figure.
Righties 103 or something, 130, some crazy number.
Frazier draws the walk. Pinch hit walk. Another good at bat by a Pirates pinch hitter tonight. Max Moroff. Moroff single to right in the 6th. Colin Moran was at second. And on a close play at the plate, Moran was called out on the throw from McCutchen to Posey.
And the Pirates appealed that. Greg, they should have given us the headsets down there. We'd have called them safe.
Sure. Inside, Tony Watson, who was drafted by the Pirates out of University of Nebraska. Talk about some of the all-time great players in Pirates history. He is 7th on the all-time games pitched list. Elroy Face, Kent Tekulve, Bob Friend, Vernon Law, Babe Adams, Wilbur Cooper, and Tony Watson.
Tell you, there were years he owned the 8th inning for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Years.
Driven toward right center field. Toward the wall. And gone! Max Moroff joins the home run parade. Gets smart with his second home run. And now it's a laugher at PNC Park.
Welcome home, Pirates.
Bucks leading 11-2. A 4-homer game for the Pirates.
You were talking about a big number coming into this game recently, Greg, before Pirate long balls.
Last couple weeks, Tony Watson will be lifted as Andrew McCutchen can only watch another Pirate goes deep. .24 home runs in their last 16 games. Home run.
Not Mad Max tonight. Happy Max.
Moroff makes it 11-2. Now Reyes Moranta.
So the Cubs thought they had a good day today, winning 11-2. By the way, just in case you're interested, the Rockies are leading the Chicago Cup, or Milwaukee Brewers. Milwaukee Brewers, 5-3.
What about the Cardinals?
What about those Cardinals? Zip, first inning.
Out in San Diego. Just getting underway. The Cardinals are leading the Brewers by a half game in the Central.
They're in Colorado. That's why they're only in fourth. The Brew Crew.
Brewers a half game back. Pirates a game behind St. Louis, as are at this moment the Cubs. Pirates trying to match the Cubs winning streak at 4.
Moranta getting it in there, 97 miles an hour.
Shot past first.
Am I seeing things, or is Moranta's glove going to just fall apart? It's got strings flying all over the place. It's resting right now.
Oh, a quick pitch. towards center. Jackson. The second out of the inning. Bring up Starling Marte. Tomorrow, game 2 of this series. Pirates, Giants. Chad Kuhl gets the start for Pittsburgh. Jeff Samardzija for the Giants. Coverage starts at 6:30 with Pirates pregame presented by W.B. Mason.
Save some for me. Save some. Doesn't work that way.
But did that cross your mind if you were pitching the next day and your Buccos were scoring a bunch of runs
for you?
As a joke.
As a joke, because you know it doesn't happen that way. The minds of starting pitchers in between starts is something you probably don't need to know much about.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't have the workout routines. We didn't have LA Fitness workout areas in the ballpark. So the idle mind of starters, not much to do other than get ready for your next one. No routines. You had your own routine. Maybe threw some long toss from foul line to foul line in between starts. Just stretch your arm out. You might have a certain thing you wanted to work out.
Did you learn a lot watching? Were you happy to pitch the second game of a series, for example? There's Marte. Buccos walking the ball all over the place. 3 hits for Marte.
Did we watch other pitchers working?
You know, would you have preferred, since, for example, Kuhl, he gets to watch what the Giants hitters are doing tonight, the first game of the series. He's pitching tomorrow. Is that any kind of advantage? Did you prefer that? Didn't matter?
Probably somebody did. I never paid any attention because I felt like everybody had their own style. I mean, I was going to approach them my own way, and I didn't want to get confused.
Just wonder if you're
too much information.
Yeah, I just wonder if you're sitting there watching a hitter. Maybe tonight, does Kuhl spot something from these guys?
I mean,
a weakness or something. Wow, I'm going to remember that for tomorrow.
They might, but I don't know. I didn't. And you probably should.
Well,
but every
I think the success you had, you know.
Yeah,
you know.
When I was pitching good, I was going to pitch my own ball game.
And each night's different too, because a guy might look bad tonight doesn't mean he's going to look bad tomorrow.
What if he makes an adjustment? What if he goes in the cage? Hey, I got to change this.
Yes.
Too much information sometimes. Information is good. Unless
for some and some.
Well, if it doesn't get to be too much.
Exactly. If it's not an overload. Now, Corey Dickerson, for example, he's really, I think he's figured it out. He's got a nice balance. He takes the information. He says the most important thing for me is that line drive rate. Am I hitting the ball hard?
But he knows if he does.
Yeah.
He knows if he's hitting the ball hard.
Some players swear by it.
Yep.
Swear by it.
Yep.
And that's good if it helps them. Whatever it takes. Sean Rod and Jordy Mercer. Close pitch, but 1 ball, 2 strikes on Bell, who homered in the 7th. Max Moroff homered moments ago. Another close pitch. So 4 home runs for the Pirates tonight. That gives them 46 for the season. And coming into tonight, the Nationals led the league with 48. The Rockies with 47. The Pirates right now with 46 home runs.
The Rockies have probably already hit 4 playing in Denver. They lead 5-3 against the Brewers. That's good early.
Bell Tries to tuck those hands in and ends up swinging and missing, but most Buccos have made contact. 11-2.
Great field in Chicago. This is Richard Rodriguez being wheeled in on the laundry cart after picking up his first major league win. Oh boy, did he wear it. Baby powder, shaving cream, coconut water, hair gel, you name it, he wore it. Very similar, Greg and Steve, to what they did to Nick Kingham after he picked up his first big league win here at PNC Park. That might be the new water bucket slash juice shower that they get on the field. That's the way the Pirates are doing things now. Wheeling people in via the laundry cart where they absolutely wear it. Safe to say he might have a cleaner entrance to the shower tonight if he gets these next 3 outs.
Yeah. These firsts are good.
Yes, yeah, they're liking it. Posey. There's Mercer, and he can't handle it. Fields it cleanly, he gets Posey.
Yep. The numbers for Mr. Rodriguez coming up shortly. There they are. 12 innings, 22 strikeouts, 2 walks. Those are the significant numbers. 12 innings, 22 strikeouts, just 2 free passes. Base hit there, Greg?
Yeah, they gave him a hit.
Yep.
Yep. On a strike on Belt. Again, the Pirates scoring 2 in the first on the Marte homer. The Giants tied it in the 4th against Stephen Brolt. Two-run single by Austin Jackson with 2 outs tied it, but 3 spot in the bottom of the 4th inning. Jose Osuna, big hit that frame, the pinch hit 2-run homer. Mercer had an RBI triple and gave the Pirates back the lead, and they've added on all night long since. Home runs, Josh Bell, saw Osuna, Moroff, 3-run blast.
Open invitation for lots of people to join the party.
Part of a 15-hit attack, and Rodriguez strikes out Brandon Belt.
He's just striking everybody out.
What a find Richard Rodriguez has been. And this is not really a surprise to a lot of the Pirates brass who talked about Rodriguez even when they had to send him down. They signed him to a minor league free agent deal, but they advised us to watch and keep track of Richard Rodriguez after he was sent down.
We now,
as you like to say, Steve, a person of interest.
Yeah.
He really.
That is every once in a while, man. You come, these gems.
And he does it with not only an easy motion, but with such quiet confidence on the hill. That demeanor.
Yeah.
Seems completely unfazed.
Is that 14 strikeouts now, Greg? We're talking about all those strikeouts for the Giants.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I was watching him on the games on TV away. Yeah, he looks like he owns the joint when he's out there.
Broken bat bouncer. One. And raise the Jolly Roger.
That's a way to put a lid on it.
A giant thumping. Starling Marte, part of this 15-hit attack. The Bucks have won 4 in a row. And at the moment, they're just a half game out of first.
And averaging 9 runs a game in this 4 games little string of pearls.
This Pirates offense, and boy, what a job the Pirates bullpen did again.
Yeah,
when Jamison Tyone was forced out of the game.
They really did. In and around a lot of base runners, but they got it done.
Aside from the 2 spot in the 4th, Crick, Santana, Feliz, Cantos, Rodriguez, all zeros. Plenty to talk about with Rob and Michael.
Greg and Steve, there sure is a terrific victory for the Pirates tonight. You know, the crowd showed up to see Andrew McCutchen. They stuck around to see a Pirates victory.
They got to see a lot of things tonight, a lot of home runs, a lot of offense. Very interesting start to the game, a lot of emotions, and then Tyone coming out with that blister that we supposed. And then the bullpen just steps up over and over and over again. Every guy almost pitched tonight except the closer. This game was fun to watch. It's exciting for me and the fans.
Well, Jordy Mercer's been hot, 8 for his last 17 over his 4-game hitting streak. Big game tonight. He is with Robbie Inns-Mikowski.
Yeah, Robin, 3 more hits tonight as the Pirates cruise their way to 11 runs, 15 hits, and 4 home runs. Big night, 11-2 win over the San Francisco Giants. Jordy, what has fueled this offense the last 4 games?
We're just having a lot of fun. You know, I think that's the best part about it when you're on a roll like we are. We're just having a lot of fun, enjoying each other's company, and it's everybody's stepping up, and I think that's pretty neat. It's somebody different each and every night, and like we plug in different guys in the lineup, and guys step up and do some incredible things like Max did tonight. So it's just a testament to the guys we have in the clubhouse, what we do on the field, and our preparation, our work, and it's just we're having fun.
You know, what has led to your success hitting so well here at home to start 2018?
You tell me. I have no idea. It's fun, though. It's fun, you know, playing in front of the fans and doing well and trying to help this team win as many games as we can.
You know, Jordy, it was a very emotional night with Andrew returning here to PNC Park. How do you describe your time as his teammate?
I mean, it's incredible. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. You know, I think the biggest thing was losing him as a teammate, as a person, as a friend. I think that's the most important thing to me, and yeah, he's an unbelievable player, obviously, a superstar, and hopefully the Pirate fans will never forget him because nobody should. I mean, he's impacted the city and impacted the whole organization and brought us back to the playoffs, and so it's just cool to see us give back to him, let him have his moment, but we also want to compete and we also want to win the game, so I think both sides worked out great.
You know, he got not 1, but 2 standing ovations, 2 video tributes. Great one when he made his way out there to right field in the bottom half of the first inning. How nice is that to see your team pay the appropriate respects to him, given what he meant to the community and to the franchise?
I mean, he deserves it. I mean, I don't think there's any way else to put it. Like I said, just what he's done for the whole community, what he's done for the city, what he's done for our organization. We weren't very good when he first came up, and now look at us, we're pretty good. and we've been good for a while. And he's definitely one of the guys that turned this whole thing around.
Certainly did. Jordy, hey, thanks. You want to go back to Robin Fort with that?
Back to you, Rob.
All right, thank you, Jordy Mercer. And Jordy Mercer, part of a big night for the Pirates offense as they roll to a 4th consecutive victory. And they've become a big story, and part of that big story is this offense. Really not a very good offense a year ago, but just like we promised earlier, it's our Miller Time hold true moment, and the Pirates with 4 home runs. Starling Marte, a 2-run homer, his 6th of the season. And then Jose Osuna, a big pinch-hit home run. That was a 2-run blast in the 4th. Josh Bell with a 2-run homer measured at 432 feet. And Max Moroff finishes off things in the bottom of the 8th with a 3-run homer, his 2nd of the year, powering the Pirates to an 11-2 victory. The Pirates return home after that long road trip, 15 of their next 18 here, where they've been very good, and they come up with a 4th consecutive victory. Coming up on Pirates postgame presented by the Allegheny Health Network, the return of Andrew McCutchen, the continuation of the Pirates offense, how the bench and the bullpen helped the Bucs tonight. Also, maybe the only downer tonight, the finger laceration of Jameson Tyone. We'll try to get you an update. Good news for Josh Harrison and much more coming up next on Pirates Postgame.